Hello and welcome back to Crafty Quilting Designs. Today we will explore the beauty and sophistication of different art forms. Today we will unravel the art of quilting, a true masterpiece of stitching. Quilting has a long and rich history. Dating back centuries, it started as a way to practically repurpose old fabric and clothing, but quickly evolved into a form of artistic expression. From ancient Egypt to the pioneer days of America, quilts have been used to tell stories, express creativity, and provide warmth to families. Quilts are made by stitching layers of fabrics together, often using intricate patterns and designs. Each stitch is carefully placed, adding beauty and structure to the final piece. Today, quilting is not just a practical craft, but also a form of creative expression. Quilters carefully select fabrics, colors, and patterns to create unique and personal works of art. Quilts have a special way of preserving memories and telling stories, known as narrative quilts. This is where stories are weaved into quilts patterns and have been used to commemorate special events, document family histories, and share cultural heritage. The process of quilting requires patience, precision, and skill. Quilters carefully select fabrics and colors, considering how they will interact with each other. Then they cut and piece together the fabric, creating a cohesive design. The materials for traditional quilts came from many sources, often the cloth used to make the blankets from familiar items such as clothing. From the choice of material to the design and pattern, quilts can tell stories about the time period in which they were made and the people who made them. One type of quilt is the friendship quilt. Friendship quilts are made by friends as a gift of remembrance. They can be given to a friend or a relative to commemorate a wedding or a new baby. Sometimes they are given to a friend who is moving away. Typically, a friendship quilt is made up of different squares. Each of these friendship blocks is signed by one of those friends and quilters. Sometimes the blocks may include the date of a personal message. In this way, friendship quilts are a bit like modern-day scrapbooks, where you can skillfully leave a piece of your own creative art. Another popular traditional pattern for quilts is known as the log cabin. Quilters have been creating log cabin quilts in the United States since the mid-1800s. The pattern became very popular during the Civil War when log cabin quilts were auctioned and sold to raise money for troops. The center of a log cabin quilt is usually a square. Strips of cloth are placed around the center square in a pattern. Depending on the quilter's preference, strips can be carefully planned or simply added at random as they become available. Remember, they were using old cloth. In traditional log cabins, the centerpiece is a red square. According to folklore, this represented the heart of the house. The strips of material surrounding the centerpiece were added in an alternating placement of lights and darks. These strips were said to represent the sunny side of a house, which is the lights, and the shaded side of the house, which is the dark. Others say they represent the happiness and sorrow of life. Quilting is more than a solitary activity. It's a community. Quilters gather together, share ideas, and celebrate each other's creations. It's a bond that transcends generations and connects people from all walks of life, known as quilting bees. Quilting techniques vary from simple to intricate, from traditional to contemporary. There's no right or wrong way to quilt. It's a journey of self-exploration and self-expression. The art of quilting is not just about stitching fabric, it's about stitching stories. With every stitch, quilters weave memories, emotions, and experiences into the fabric. Quilts are more than just blankets. They are colorful tapestries that add warmth and personality to any space. Whether you hang them on the wall or cuddle under them, quilts bring joy and a sense of memories to our lives. Although we as quilters have our favourite piecing techniques, from patchwork to English paper piecing to modern terms as quilt as you go, the results are the same. They are all loved and cherished and given to loved ones. Patchwork quilts, with their distinct geometric patterns, were often used as symbols of family heritage. Each piece of fabric holding the tale of a loved one or a cherished memory. Narrative quilts provided a visual storytelling of historical events or personal experiences. They were a medium through which important stories were told, often concerning social issues and cultural values, such as the Underground Railroad of quilts and Geese Bend's quilters. Today, quilting has evolved into a diverse art form that continues to captivate and inspire. Modern quilters push boundaries, experimenting with new techniques, materials, and designs. Quilts are no longer limited to beds. They adorn gallery walls, tell stories, and challenge our perception of what is possible. Quilting is a labour of love, often taking weeks or months to complete. It requires dedication and attention to detail, but the result is unique, a cherished piece of art that can be passed down through generations. So whether you're an experienced quilter or just starting out, embrace the art of quilting. Let your creativity thrive. Let your stories be told through every stitch. Unleash your imagination. Embrace the versatility of colours and patterns, and let your quilts become a reflection of your personal stories and families. Thank you for watching Quilting Unravel, Mastering the Art of Stitching Stories. I hope this has inspired you to embark on your own quilting journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more quilting inspiration, and please look out for more quilting stories. Happy quilting!